What's good, y'all? It's your boy DeeBoogie. You tune in to episode 7, Porch Talk. Let's get it. So, Porch Talk, man, not even gonna keep this too long. Just some food for thought that I want y'all to think about. Many of us, I'm saying many because I'm just saying what's going on around me, despite what the higher ups may be looking, a lot of them are isolated as well, but, they're in a position as to where, they're kind of already prepared for a situation as such if this global pandemic were to happen, it's kind of easy for them to prepare. Oh, okay, boom, I'm going to move my family to this area. We'll be isolated in here for however long is needed. Oh, okay, boom, my cousin, hey, you need something, you need to come stay with me. They just have the options to do a little bit more and aren't necessarily in a time of panic, and naturally you can just get caught up in looking at them for advice when it's like you just got to be realistic, and when it comes to those that's in my communities, I'm more around minorities. I'm not around I don't stay in a rich neighborhood. That's not what I'm living in, I don't live in a bad neighborhood, as where I got to worry about somebody coming knocking on my door and trying to rob us for the food. We got anything like that. But at the same time, it's just like, man, it's time to really just isolate yourself, get your mind right, not only just that, but take care of home, make sure you're building your foundation, make sure you're working towards something that can benefit you when this is all over, whether that be your business, whether that be working with your family, with whatever y'all can work on, bonding, working on any skill that you may have that you might not always sharpen as often as you should, just perfecting your craft in any way that you can, because I'm telling you, man, like once this is over, like a lot of the things they're telling us to do now should have been principles and things that you already live by. But okay, cool. Like, yeah, the virus is here and it's putting a fear in certain people. Yes, real things are happening. People are losing jobs. People aren't able to go to work because due to certain conditions or things shutting down. But at the same time, this is a time for you to really, wake up. Were you prepared with this pandemic coming out of nowhere? Were you on the lower end or the higher end? Actually sit back and evaluate and see, okay, how can I improve from this time and make sure that anytime something like this is to happen again, I'm on this side versus over here trying to struggle and get everything together like everybody else, And, a lot of times, a lot of warnings get sent out before, sometimes people actually want to believe what's going on. People's loved ones are actually dying from this. It's not just celebrities losing people. In the beginning, even myself, at first, I'm just like, the way they're pushing out this virus and everything that's going on, I don't agree with how they're doing it. I don't like how they're doing it. Yes, I understand that it's real, but at the same time, your focus shouldn't be on that. Your focus should be, as I said, getting in tune with what matters for you. Build your home, build your church. Even speaking of the word church, like for those that are believers, you are the church. You feel me? God is with you. You feel me? A lot of us can't go to a physical location right now. For those that do go to an actual location for church, but think about your home. Think about your business. Think about whatever it is. Like that's your foundation right there. What you need to be pouring into more. You need to make sure that each day you're pouring something into that and nothing just getting taken away from you, And what I mean by that is just each day should look like you're still building, even if it's one building block at a time. We're not able to go out and network and make the resources that we used to be in person, but we still can utilize social media. We still can pick up our phones and make those calls to our family members we haven't spoken to in a long time. We still can prepare and plan for these events to take place with our businesses or whatever you're trying to do in general, community event, anything, you can still be writing down and planning those steps. So when it's time for artists to come back, you already prepared, and I just see that like this is a time of rest, a time of, just claiming back what's yours, claiming back the things that you took some time off on, and seek help if that's needed. You never know what help is actually around you until you take the time to actually realize, like, wow, my dad has all the connections that I necessarily need to start this cleaning business. Or my mom does hair. I like to cut hair. Why don't we go ahead and just game plan on how many hours do I need to take to become a licensed barber? Or what do you need to do in order to become a licensed hairstylist, whatever it may be, make those necessary steps, plan, and just get to it. Because when things go back to normal, whatever that normal might look different for a lot of us, but when things are able, when this social distancing does cease to a certain extent, you want to be ready, you want to be prepared. So, this really is just more like a food for thought. It's not a specific topic, and even as I said before, I just want these videos to be, in a way, inspiring. I want them to be authentic and motivational in any kind of way. And just, we could beat ourselves up so much and, like, have that end goal and vision of where we want to get to. But at the same time, like, what's your mission? What are you going to be doing as you build up to that vision? Like, what steps are you going to take? Do you have certain objectives set forth that will make sure that you are able to meet those visions and goals one day? So, just evaluate yourself, man. And, what's been helping me is, like, just having accountability, whether that be me writing down for me to go check over my list of what I've done for the day, whether it be me with my friends, challenging each other to do certain things and checking in on one another to make sure that we're actually doing those things. Even with business, setting up certain business calls to make sure that we're still planning for quarters ahead and not just worrying about what's going on solely right now, and even with what's solely going on right now, like, don't jump so ahead to the future that you're like, oh, like, I gotta make $1 million today. Or, like, it's good to have that mindset too. Or I see myself being $1 million company one day, $1 billion company. Don't limit yourself. But at the same time, it's like, okay, that's the end goal, that's your vision. But going back to what I was saying with your mission, like, focus on what you can control. Today is in front of you. What can you knock out today first? What can you do that will put you a step ahead and bring you closer to what your vision may be? Do 1% more every day. You might not always be able to jump up to 150% effort or 200% grind. Like, if you give it 100%, step up to 101, then 102, then 103, and then once you become consistent with that habit, it'll become a lifestyle. And not every day you're able to wake up and give 150%, 200%, because you now have built up that hunger. You have now built up that drive. It's something that you're used to. It's now your lifestyle, and it becomes a lot more easy for you to do. And so, again, this is just food for thought. And, don't be your own worst critic all the time. Like, it's good to evaluate and see where you want to change, but just take action, learn from right from wrong, keep faith, and just continue to keep on pushing, man. Hope y'all having a great time right now. Shout out to those that's on the front line. I want to give a special shout out to y'all. Continue to, keep your faith, prayers up to y'all, prayers to y'all families. And just, again, much respect to each of you that's going out there that are essential to, keep your things going during this time. And even those who aren't right now, continue to stay encouraged, continue to just know that you can, don't worry about what it looks like or what they're predicting things to do. Like, predicting things to be, to take things one step at a time. Just enjoy each day that's prepared before you. Worry about what's at stake and just go from there, So, yeah, keep the faith, man. I can say that so much because it's so real. Just keep faith, My faith is in God. You know, I encourage y'all to, just pray, just try, just being real. You don't have to say nothing super spiritual when it comes to speaking how you feel. Just talk to God. It's a relationship. Like, that's a lot of people, even myself growing up, I feel like we could look at God in a way of like he's intimidating, or you think of all the convictions like, oh, you're not supposed to do this, you're not supposed to do that, you're not supposed to do. Don't focus on all of that. Focus on the good characteristics of God. Thinking like he's a person of love. He's a person of genuine love. He wants the best for you. It all comes down to us and making the decision. Do I want to follow this path or that path? That's the best gift he could have given us, which was free will. So we can choose. Oh, I don't know, some bug. We gonna keep that in the video too. This authentic. I ain't never, I don't know what kind of bud that is for real. It's time for me to go in the crib. That's what that means. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all for tuning in to episode 7, Porch Talk closing out. It's only up.